Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Morning.
I thought I saw the prosecutor. Marianne, is anyone ready and matched yet?
No, ma'am.
Well, we're here for the 8:30 PCC.
I disagree. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Mr. Parker is here and Melissa Bowman is here. And the prosecutor is here for that. Well, I really was wrong on that. Yeah, thank you.
She was out of order. We're in alphabetical order. She's out of order.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Nice to see you, Judge.
This is 210125FY, State of Michigan versus Melissa Bowman Daniels. Your appearances, please.
For the record, Nida Simona, Assistant Prosecutor for the People, P45356.
Good morning. NDS Detroit by James Parker on behalf of Ms. Bowman Daniels, P53832.
We are here this morning for the first PC in this matter. What are we doing today?
Is Ms. Parker on, Judge? Is Ms. Bowman Daniels on?
She is on.
I can
All of you turn your video on for me, please.
I mean, I'll go in with it.
Okay, can you see me now?
I mean, I'll.
Yes, we can.
I'll ask questions and I'll let you know if I'm missing anything.
I'd like to set this for a preliminary examination, please.
I'm sorry,
I would like to set this for,
Miss Bowman Daniels.
Yes,
I heard you. Is your video on?
yes.
I believe it is now, ma'am.
No, it is.
Would you just state your name for me?
My name is Melissa Bowman Daniel.
Thank you. Is discovery complete in this matter?
No, it isn't.
But
I
you want
haven't-
an
I have-
exam date without discovery?
I want to set a preliminary examination, and I assume it's going to be in the future, but I would like to talk about discovery.
We can set you for June 7th, but if you don't have discovery, I just didn't want to go down that path yet.
I assume I'm gonna have discovery immediately. Is there any problem with that, Madam Prosecutor?
We're starting to get you discovery. I don't know what immediately means. So we're going through all of our discovery. Happy to, of course, I will share all the discovery, certainly before June 7th. This is the first time it's up. I didn't even know who the attorney was for Ms.
Okay.
Bowman Daniels, but I certainly do now, and we'll get you the discovery promptly.
Well,
And I
Mr.
work for
Parker,
ND,
I'm sorry.
and I work for NDS Detroit, and we send out a blanket discovery order as soon as we get the assignment to everybody. So,
Are you looking for a Zoom exam or a live exam?
I'm looking for a live exam, please, at this time.
I said June the 7th, but we actually have, you were wrong about June the
Do you have a
7th?
homicide?
The issue, Judge, if I could.
Oh, wait a minute. So
I'm
what's the,
sorry. There
June
is a
7th
code-
would be a good date for me, Your Honor. Could we have that date?
Well, Judge, there's a co-defendant on this case. And so the police are looking for him to pick him up. And I would like to have the exam one time so that our complaining witness, who's a minor, or was a minor at the time, still a young person, testifies one time, assuming that other individual's attorney would want a preliminary exam as well. I think the police are attempting to try to find Mr. Jude Bekowitz. And so he's a co-defendant to this case, and I would like for them to be handled together. I'm assuming the court would as well.
I have no problem with that, Your Honor, but can we still have that June 7th date and then maybe have a review date or another PCC date?
I said June 7th, but then there's already a homicide scheduled. Yeah.
Okay, then. We could just have another PCC date if you'd like.
Well, a PCC date, how far in the future? How many weeks do you need?
another month. It's up to the court. I'm ready to set a date now if you want to set a date for a preliminary examination. Put it on your calendar.
It's not actually up to me. It's up to you. If you want us to schedule a live exam date, I'm happy to do that, knowing that discovery hasn't been exchanged yet. If you rather wait and do another PCC, it's to the parties. It doesn't
We
matter.
can wait and do a PCC date. I have no problem with that.
Maybe late May, Judge, can I suggest that? Hopefully by then we'll have found the co-defendant to this case and we can kind of move them together at the same time.
If we adjourn the PCC 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, maybe.
I have
I'm
no
hoping.
objection to that.
PCC May the 12th, 2021 at 8:45 a.m. I can't see what judge that is. I know, Heather wrote it, but she didn't write the initials. Oh, you know what? I think it's Judge Green. You'll be back with Judge Green on 5/12, 8:45 a.m. Bond continues in the interim. Anything else, Mr. Parker?
I have nothing at this time. Thank you very much.
Anything else on behalf of the people?
Thank you very much for your time, Judge.
Thank
Mr. Parker
you.
will get that to
I
information.
know Mr. Parker has some others, so
Okay.
thank you, Ms. Bowman. Have a good day.
Thank
You
you,
too,
Judge. Have a
thank
good
you.
day, everybody.
We're finished, Ms. Bowman. I'll give you a call.
Thank you. I don't see the jail yet. Mary Ann, if there are any other matched. Oh, I see LaRon Jones in the waiting room.
Mr.
I don't
Jones
see
is my
Robinson.
client. We're ready.
Oh, Ms. Robinson was listed, but let me grab this file as she brings Mr. Jones in. This is 210279 FY, State of Michigan versus LaRon Cornell Jones. Your appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Darian Fortier on behalf of the people, P3359.
Good morning. NDS Detroit by James Parker on behalf of Mr. Jones, P53832.
And Mr. Jones, will you turn on your video and state your name for me, please? Mr. Jones?
He just connected, Your Honor, and there he is.
Could you state your name for me, please, sir?
Can you hear us, Mr. Jones? I don't believe he could hear us. Mr. Jones?
No, I'm not Mr. Jones. Dabalski.
I'm not talking to you, sir.
Oh.
Mr.
Judge,
Jones?
according to the participants list, Mr. Jones is not connected to audio. He may need to be kicked out and let back in just to see if that works.
Mhm. Okay.
Mr. Parker, while we're doing that, do you have at least paper for this case?
I have nothing.
Okay, I will send you paper. I have to redact the video, but I do already have it, so it shouldn't take me too long.
Okay, then. Sounds good. I'd like to set this for a preliminary examination at some point in time.
Mary Ann?
Let me see if I can get a hold of Mr. Jones.
I thought she just put him back in the waiting room. She can bring him back in and see if he's able to connect.
No, I
Mr.
kicked him out so he can come back in.
You need to,
Mr. Parker's looking for a live date. He says he is, so we'll set it. Oh, it's Darian, so we can, I'm sorry, it's Ms. Fortier, so we can do it on a Monday.
my client's going to try to log off and log back in. Can we move on to Ms. Coram? Is Ms. Coram going to be available in the meeting room?
So can it be on any Monday or does it have to be your,
Ideally, it should be my Monday.
okay.
I heard you, Mr. Parker. I'm just,
All right, getting other dates.
and Mr. Jones is back. I'm gonna bring him in while she continues to look for a live date. Those are the July dates you told me, right?
July 12th, yeah.
Ju-
Yes.
July the 12th?
Yes.
July the 12th for Mr. Jones.
Is okay for me with the caveat, it might not be me anymore.
I do have a 12:30 in-person exam at 36th District Court that day, Your Honor.
Mr. Parker, this should be in the morning. I don't think we have anything set that day yet.
Okay. If you do it in the morning, that'll be fine.
Mr. Jones is back, waiting for him to get connected. We're
Okay.
talking about, in the interim, we're talking about a live exam. Mary Ann, you said 7:12?
Yes.
And we don't have anything scheduled?
Correct.
So what time do you want to start? 8:30, 9 o'clock,
Perfect.
9 is fine, Judge.
9 o'clock?
Mr. Parker, I'm not sure if you heard my conversation with the judge. I am actually due on the 24th, so potentially I will not be your prosecuting attorney.
That'd be fine. Can you hear us, Mr. Jones?
Yes, sir. I can hear you now.
Would you say
Okay,
your
then.
name for me, please?
LaRon Jones.
Mr. Jones, today was the day and time set for your probable cause conference. We've had some conversation while you were reconnecting. There is discovery outstanding. The prosecutor is going to provide it. There's going to be a video that's redacted and sent to your attorney as well. Your attorney has demanded a live exam, which we have scheduled now for July 12th, 2021 at 9 a.m. That will be back with me live here at the 34th District Court. Anything else, Mr. Parker?
I have nothing at this time, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Fortier?
No, Judge, nothing from the people. Thank you.
Thank you. We're all set. Mr. Jones, you're all set. You have a wonderful day, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. You too, ma'am.
Okay, we're finished, Mr. Jones. You can leave and I'll call you.
I don't see the jail as of yet. We have Mr. Ty on the 8:30. Mr. Parker asked about Ms. Quorum, who is not scheduled until 10 a.m.
Okay, I have her as at 8:30, but maybe I read it wrong. That'll be fine. Do you, does the court have any additional information about Ms. Quorum, specifically a number? The number that I have, I couldn't get a hold of her. And I can start working on that, obviously.
That number, the number we have ends 1998. Is that the number you have?
Let's see. Yes, I have a
You have.
1998. That's the number I've been using.
That's the only number that the court has. I'm going through the files to make sure that the number is consistent across her files. And that's the same, that's the only number we have. She sent us a letter. She sent a letter to the court and it does not contain a phone number at all. So she's not scheduled until 10.
All right.
That's the only number we have.
Okay, then.
Thank you.
Mr. Ty, you said is in custody?
We're showing him as with Division 1 and I don't see the jail yet. Mary Ann might.
Mr. Parker, Mr. Ty is yours as well?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's
Yes,
mine.
he is.
Right now, he's got a $100,000 cash bond, so I would assume he's still in the jail.
Okay, then. Thank you.
Kowalski is here and his client, Miranda Lustig, is also here.
Okay. Thank you, Mary Ann.
Mr. Parker, do you have any discovery yet for Mr. Ty?
This is 210001 FD, State of Michigan versus Miranda Lustig.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tim Dabalski appearing on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Lustig, who's here on Zoom with her permission.
Hi, yes.
For me, please, ma'am.
Miranda Lustig.
Thank you, Ms. Lustig. And the
You-
prosecutor.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people, Your Honor. I don't see this on the docket. Is there, can you tell me what time so I can look?
It's at 8:45. Miranda.
Oh, I'm just blind. That's all.
We were,
Got it.
this is the 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th PCC in this matter. What are we
You're-
doing this morning?
We are waiving. I have gone over with my client, her right to have a preliminary exam. What must be shown at the preliminary exam. And at this time, she voluntarily waives her right to have a preliminary exam. Is that true, Ms. Lustig?
Yes, it is.
And you know you will be bound over to the Wayne County Circuit Court for further disposition.
Yes.
He gave us the same password. All right, I'll keep trying.
Can you have him come in? He did it for me and he did it for Ben last time.
But
Ms. Lustig, you were able to hear everything that your attorney
I
said
don't know,
this
mine's
morning?
hooked in once I did it once a
Yes, I-
year ago.
You understand that you have a
Came
right
in
to
and
have a
set all my
preliminary
computer
exam
up
where
for
the
me,
people
though.
would have to prove
Yeah.
that a crime had been committed and there.
Nobody's gonna get discovered. We have to adjourn everything if he doesn't get on.
I do.
And knowing that you still wish to waive the preliminary exam?
Yes, I do wish to.
And Mr. Dablowski, does the court have your permission to sign your name to the waiver form?
Yes, it does, Your Honor.
And it has your permission to sign your client's name as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court will do that. And Ms. Lustig will be bound over as previously charged. Her next date will be the arraignment on the information, which will be on April 28th,
Okay.
2021 at 9 a.m. at the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice. Her previously entered bond with any conditions will continue.
Your Honor, was that the 27th or the 28th?
I said the 28th.
Thank you.
Did you think it was the 27th? I don't.
No, I was just doing 2 weeks from today. Which would have
I
been
heard the 28th.
I heard 28, but I was trying to do the math. It's usually 2 weeks. I apologize, Your Honor.
No apologies necessary. I know what I thought I said, and I just wasn't,
No,
maybe I didn't say it the right way. Anything
No.
else in this matter, Mr. Dablowski?
no, Your Honor. Thank you
Anything else,
very
Ms.
much.
Gillis?
Thank you,
Nothing,
Your
thank you.
Okay,
We're all
thank you.
set. Ms. Lustig, you have a wonderful day.
You as well. Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye-bye.
I see Cody Bailey in the waiting room. I don't see Mr. Rodkine. I see Ms. Greer.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Greer. What a pleasure to see you.
Pleasure to see you as well. I'm going to start my video.
I knew it was going to be the bridge backdrop. Wonderful, wonderful.
Judge, I'm going to bring in some of these people. Like I don't have to see.
I'll stop chatting so you can do that and check them in. Thank you, ma'am.
I'm your standby attorney for today, so I'm just going to stand by.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thanks.
Hi, the person that has K51, can you hear me? Yeah. The person that has K51 on the screen, can you hear me? Hi, the person with Chad Holber, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, what case are you here on this morning?
I'm here for a ticket for Leonard Finney. We appeared in court on March 4th, I think it was, and it was adjourned to now till we had our lawyer, who should be on as well.
The last name is Vinny.
Yes, Finney.
You have the notice to appear with you?
I I do on my computer.
Okay, and the defendant's name is listed as?
The defendant, DST Global Services.
You, Judge, I'm bringing in Miss Phelps' client.
Anderson?
Yes.
Okay. Sir, with the hat on and the gray shirt. Oh, video just went back off.
Your Honor, could I have a brief breakout room with Miss Anderson, please?
As soon as Mary Ann brings her in, absolutely.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know why my picture not showing up.
You're gonna see
sorry,
an invitation. You're gonna see an invitation to go into a breakout room with your attorney, okay? Press join, and then your attorney will have a conversation with you, okay? Sir, with the white goatee and the baseball cap on, your name, please. Ma'am, with the short haircut.
I'm going to send them a chat.
Thank you. Miss Gillis looks in such a good mood this morning.
I am because I have help again.
I miss Mrs. Dinnerwith.
I have Alex Curry with me, Judge. He's a
Lucky us.
young new attorney who is a special, like a independent contractor right now. He was a Notre Dame fellow with us before.
Hmm.
And if anybody needs discovery, we're going to send it right away. So I'm not working till 9 o'clock at night.
Jane, how come you never talked about me that fondly when I was your intern?
I did behind your back.
You couldn't see because we weren't on Zoom, that's all.
Yeah, because Darian, we used to, we had all the court files in here and she'd get all the paperwork written out, the case numbers, the town, everything. And so I just had to write one thing and sign my name, one thing, sign my name.
Yeah, I've been at Romulus for what, 3 years now?
Yep. Darren was awesome too. I love having people come.
Mr. Hober, we're just waiting for who is the attorney in this matter?
Sue Bartos.
I think all of the attorneys are already in this main room and I don't see anybody by that name. Oh my goodness. Oh, Mr. Rockine is here. Thank you. And that is Mr. Bailey, who I also see in the waiting room. Mr. Rockine, are you ready to proceed this morning?
I am. Let me just get my camera on here. Sorry about that.
That's okay. This is 210126FY, State of Michigan versus Cody Dalton Bailey. Appearances, please.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Neil Rockin on behalf of Cody Bailey, Your Honor. Morning.
And Mr. Bailey, if you would state your name for the record for me, please.
Cody Bailey.
Thank you.
How are you, Judge?
I am wonderful. How are you, sir?
Well, thank you. Good.
I need your video on for me, please.
Me?
Mr. Bailey.
There we go.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
We're scheduled for a probable cause conference this morning. What's the status?
Judge, we're going to seek another probable cause conference for this reason, and I believe there's good cause to do that. We received 2 different envelopes with 2 different volumes of video, 911 calls, dispatch records. They're voluminous. There's probably between 20 and 30 hours of body cam video in the case. And we're trying to slug our way through that.
How long of an adjournment are you seeking, sir?
I would ask for 30 days.
That will put us at approximately May 12th, 2021 at 8:45 a.m. with Judge Green. Is that a good date for you, sir?
That day is, yes, Your Honor, that's fine.
Miss
Ms. Gillis?
That's fine, May 12th. Mr. Rockheim, if you intend, well, we got another PCC, but when it comes that time, if you do hold the exam and want the video played, let us know ahead of time because I don't know when we're moving to the new courthouse, what the video system is there. So we just want to make sure we can get it because I don't play videos typically.
Okay, I appreciate that. I would, is there a way that I can get Ms. Gillis? Can you maybe chat me in the chat, send me your number so I can call you and we can chat about this case and not take up the court's time doing it on the record?
Thank you. And while she's doing that, there is an order for fingerprints I just signed for your client. And I'm not sure how Heather wants to get that over to you or to Mr. Bailey.
If it gets sent to me, if it gets emailed to me, I can send it to Mr. Bailey. He lives in Indiana and works in Illinois, so we'll have to figure that out.
There you go.
Anything else on behalf of the defendant?
No, Your Honor, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Anything else on behalf of the people?
Nothing.
Thank you. We're all set, Mr. Bailey. You have a wonderful day.
You as well, ma'am.
I'm gonna try to, before y'all kick me out of here, let me write down this number.
We're not going to kick you out. I hope you know how to leave by now.
I do, but some people just, broom you out as soon as you're done.
No, we have space available.
Thank you.
I see Ms. Bartos in the waiting room for DST. I still don't see the jail.
Thank you very much, everyone. Take care.
Who's late? Nobody's late. I have these chats coming in and I'm trying to stay on top of who's where so we can keep moving along. Ms. Bartos, thank you. This is 1S3836910ST. State of Michigan versus DST Global Services.
Yes, Your Honor. Suzanne Bartos on behalf of DST.
Ms. Bartos, I don't see you on our ROA, which leads me to believe that we haven't received an appearance from you. Your P number, please.
36490.
Thank you.
My client called me just on Monday afternoon with this. It's a ticket and we tried to pay it and I guess the court wouldn't accept our money, so.
The court would not accept your money. I don't think that that's what happened.
Was it a misdemeanor?
They first accepted it, then they notified my client that they were not accepting it. It was voided.
This is a misdemeanor ticket, so there is no money that would have been accepted.
That's why.
But Mr.
Yeah, they realized that there was a mistake, so.
Mr. Holbert's here as well.
Yes.
And he had been here back on February 24th, and I asked him to retain counsel just because of there being a misdemeanor that needed to be arraigned and pre-tried. So now that you're here, how do you wish to proceed, ma'am?
Well, we're willing to pay the ticket. We had the registration was expired and we're admitting.
Okay, so you're pleading guilty?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Pleading guilty to the registration or plate violation. That was easy enough.
Yeah.
Well, if the whole day went like that, we wouldn't have anything to do.
Well, I was on 94 driving in and it was closed at 96. So I had to veer off and take a detour and I was surprised I made it on time. So.
I had the
there's a
same
huge-
problem.
There's
I
a
saw that
huge-
accident on
Huge
the
accident.
morning. So
Yeah.
for fines and costs, Ms. Bartles, is there anything you'd like to say on that?
Other than we try to pay it, we're not denying it. We're trying to be cooperative. So I don't think there should be any more money owed than what's the ticket.
There's no dollar amount on the ticket, which is why I'm saying to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. We tried paying $160. So that's what we're requesting. We be charged.
Anything you'd like to add, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Ms. Bartles, I'm not sure where you're seeing $160.
Well, that's what my client tried to pay. I don't know how they reached that figure, but that's what they tried to pay. And it was, like I said, it was not accepted by the court, but that's fine. But that's what we tried to pay earlier. And I don't know why.
I don't know why either. There wouldn't have been any amount associated with it. And because your client or you on behalf of your client are entering a plea of guilty to the charge, the misdemeanor that was charged, I will assess minimum fine of $100, cost of $100. There's a $75 crime victims fee, $50 state cost, $20 fund fee for a total of $345. Is your client able to pay that within 30 days?
Of course.
Able to pay it within 30 days, then the matter will be closed. Anything else, Ms. Bartles?
No, I'm set. Thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Gillis? No? Okay. We're all set. Mr. Holber, have a good day. Thank you for joining.
Nothing.
Ms. Bartles.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have a good day too.
Thank you, sir.
My button is wearing out, the on off for the,
You can
You-
leave it on, but you can't talk while I'm talking. I would appreciate
I know,
if you
but-
could talk while I was talking.
I'm trying, no, we're gonna send notes and I don't, Mr. Denowith unfortunately has a serious hearing deficit and has hearing aids and he talks really loud back to me, but I have a young guy here and I'm gonna send notes as much as possible and mute and all that. We're just trying to get discovery out, so I'm not working till 9.
You're
And he needs
fine.
practice.
We'll put a whiteboard in there for you. You guys can write notes that way. I still don't see the jail. Miss Phelps is back. I thought I saw Miss Anderson or Mr.
Right here.
Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Anderson. This is 210147, State of Michigan versus LaMarcus Antoine Anderson Campbell. Your appearances, please.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit by Natalie Phelps, P number 83355, appearing on behalf of Miss LaMarcus Anderson Campbell, who is also present via Zoom. Just for your honor's knowledge, Miss Anderson does identify.
I can't
All right,
hear.
I just went mute on accident. And Miss Anderson is present on Zoom. Miss Anderson, can you please state your name for the record?
Yes, Mrs. LaMarcus Anderson Campbell.
Thank you, Ms. Anderson Campbell. This matter is scheduled for PCC this morning. How do the parties intend to proceed?
Hit the button again.
Sorry, I keep hitting the space bar. Your Honor, we would like this matter set for an in-person exam at this point.
An in-person exam, we just had this whole conversation. July 7th, Mary Ann, is that the date? I'm looking, I think it's July 7th at 2 p.m.
Let me.
Is that correct? Live exam on July 7th, 2021 at 2 p.m. Back with me. Is discovery complete in this matter?
Yes.
Yes.
Anything else on behalf of Ms. Anderson Campbell?
Nothing further. Thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Ms. Anderson Campbell, we will see you back here on July 7th, 2021 at 2 p.m. Back with me with a notation that discovery is complete. Your bond continues with any conditions. Ms. Anderson Campbell, we're all set. You have a wonderful day. You may log off.
So, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Phelps, I'm connecting you, or your Eric Thorpe is joining. Judge, that is a 915 case. In the meantime, I'm going to bring some of these people in if that's okay.
Yeah, check them in while Mr. Thorpe's connecting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I see Mr. Parker's 9 o'clock case.
I'll bring him in.
Your Honor, Mr. Thorpe, I believe, may be having some technical difficulties. We've been kind of struggling with getting him connected to Zoom. If you'd be willing to waive his presence, we do just want to set this for an in-person exam as well.
Any objection on behalf of the people?
Nothing, Your Honor.
This is 210150 FY State of Michigan versus Eric Sheldon Thorpe. Ms. Gillis, Ms. Phelps, defendants present is waived. An in-person exam in this matter would be July 7th at 2:30.
That's for Mr. Thorpe.
That's for Mr. Thorpe, yes.
You know what? I want to keep that date, but can I talk to you for real quick, Ms. Phelps?
Oh, sure.
Well, before, do you need to talk to her before we conclude this matter?
Nope.
Okay.
It's about this matter, but it's, you know.
Okay, so July 7th at 2:30 p.m. in-person exam, bond continued. Is discovery complete?
Yes.
Yes. You know what? I don't need to talk to her. I just realized something.
Okay. You can always give me a call if you change your mind.
Anything else in this matter, Ms. Phelps?
Nothing further. Thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Gillis?
Nope.
We're all set. We'll see you back here in July.
Thank you.
And Mr. Parker, Mr. Smith is in.
We're ready, Your Honor.
This is 211626 FY State of Michigan versus Tony Darnell Smith II.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Good morning. NDS Detroit by James Parker on behalf of Mr. Smith, P 53832.
State your name for me, please, Mr. Smith.
Tony Darnell Smith II. Excuse me.
Thank you.
Your Honor, today's time and date set for a probable cause hearing. At this time, we'd like to set this up for a preliminary examination.
Is discovery complete in this matter?
I do have paper discovery. I don't know if there's any type of digital available. But yes, I do have paper discovery.
I'll ask the OIC again, but this is a U&P, not something I typically get discovery on, especially the way it was done. And Mr. Parker, if there is an ability to pay restitution, and I don't know what the restitution is, we always will entertain it.
Yes, I would like to talk to you about his case. I just didn't get the discovery until I think yesterday, and I didn't have a chance to call you.
We can set it over for another PCC if you want to do that. If he has some ability to pay restitution, we can do a misdemeanor.
Okay, then let's set this over for a PCC at this time, Your Honor.
So you're withdrawing your demand for a live exam and instead schedule for an adjourned PCC?
Yes.
How far out do you want to adjourn?
Couple of weeks is fine with me.
Couple is 2 or 3?
2 will be fine.
2 weeks will put us at April the 28th, 2021 at 9:15 a.m. with Judge Oakley.
The 28th, is that what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
28th, April 28th, 2021 at 9:15 a.m. with Judge Oakley. Mr. Smith's bond with any conditions will continue. Mr. Parker, anything further?
I have nothing at this time, Your Honor.
Thank you. Anything further, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing, Your Honor.
We're all set. Mr. Smith, you have a wonderful day. You can log off now.
Okay, thank you. You too.
Thank
I'll
you.
call you, Mr. Smith.
Okay, thank you.
We've received a message that the jail will be connecting momentarily. As soon as they do, we'll be calling Jason Ty. Mary Ann, if there's anything else ready to go?
Ms. Belcher is here. Her clients will not be here. So I think she's ready to go with Robinson and Brown.
That is correct, Your Honor. I did receive a phone call yesterday from Mr. Robinson's family that let me know he was incarcerated. I did confirm on the Jail Connect that he's there, but they don't have this case listed.
Wait one second, please. I'm sorry. Ms. Belcher, I just want to put the numbers, the case file numbers on the record so that you don't have to repeat it.
Of course, Judge.
There are 3 files, 192595ST, 192597SM, and 192596SM, State of Michigan versus Teddy Allen Robinson.
And good morning again, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Mr. Robinson. I did receive a phone call yesterday from his family. He is in the Wayne County Jail. I did confirm that on the Sheriff's Connect. He does have 2 pending felony cases in the Wayne County Circuit Court. And sorry, my babysitter called off today, so
Listen, if the worst thing that happens is a toddler talking in the background, I think we've had a good morning.
It's a bad morning.
No, it's not. Come on. So what are we going to do with Mr. Robinson?
I would just ask for a new date, Your Honor. I know that with him in the jail, we can get him on for Zoom for this court. They just don't have this case listed on the Sheriff Connect, so I don't think they're aware of it to bring him over.
So what I'll do is, unless Ms. Gillis has any objection, I can put it over 2 weeks, which will give Heather time to get in touch with them and make sure that he's available on the 28th.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Adjourn the PCC to 4/28/2021 at 8:30 a.m. Defendant in custody at Wayne County. Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
Not on this file, Your Honor, no.
Anything else, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing, Your Honor.
We're all set. Thank you, Ms. Belcher. I'll make the notation and get the files over to Heather so that Mr. Robinson's with us on the 28th. Mary Ann, if you want to check some people in, I have some notes to make.
And Your Honor, I do have one other one whenever you're done.
The other one was Brown?
Yes, Mark Brown.
Okay. While Mary Ann's doing what she does, I'm going to make some notes and then I'll call Mr. Brown.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Wait a minute, Mark Brown?
Not our Mark Brown. A different Mark Brown.
Okay. I have a David Osmond Brown, and then I have misdemeanor.
Ma'am, with the long dark hair, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
What is your name, please?
My name is Angela Myers.
Thank you.
Leanna, do you want to talk to me about Mark Brown?
Yeah, we can talk. We talked about it previously. We were just going to set it for trial.
Oh.
Sorry, Jane.
The person with iPhone listed, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
No, I'm sorry, Ms. Myers, not you. I'm trying to get somebody else on here to speak.
Okay, sorry about that.
It's okay, you're fine.
This is 210019 SD, State of Michigan versus Mark Anthony Brown.
Jane
Appearances.
Gillis, on
Thank
behalf of people.
And good morning, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Mark Brown. I did speak with Mr. Brown this morning. He called me rather upset. He was having difficulty getting connected. Last time he used a relative. I can call him on the phone if Your Honor would like, but the plan is just to set Mr. Brown for a Zoom bench trial.
Ms. Belcher, my only concern is that if he has used someone else's phone before and is unable to connect this morning, will he be able to connect for a bench trial?
And that I did express to him, Your Honor. He is certain he will be able to arrange for somebody. He thought he was going to be able to do it himself this morning, and he just can't.
So Mary Ann, we're using our Wednesday at what time for bench trials? At 12:30? On our next criminal, do we have anything at the 12:30? August 11th, that's not our next criminal day, is it? Our next criminal day will be the May 19th.
Your Honor, unfortunately, I have conflicts on the 19th. I think that was the same date we tried to use for the other bench trial we rescheduled with Your Honor.
The 26th
Of April?
of May.
May? Your Honor, I have an exam scheduled in front of Judge Giles at noon at 36th District Court in person.
Mary Ann's looking because we're only on the felony docket every 6-week cycle. So after May 26th, what's our next criminal date? June 30th?
June have a trial.
I'm sorry?
Don't I have a trial with Leanna on June 30th?
Yeah,
I have a trial on the
that's the
30th.
day we put Annette Ely on, Your Honor. If you
That
think
was messy.
So the next one will be the 7th, would be July 7th? July 7th at 12:30?
That's a good date.
It's a really good date. I'm on vacation.
So for bench trial for Mr. Brown, we are back here on July 7, 2021 at 12:30 p.m. with me. Anything else on behalf of Mr. Brown?
No, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
I do have a question before you put the file away. What date was he arraigned?
He was arraigned on our last pretrial date. Let me pull that up.
The file's not gone. He was arraigned on 2/24.
Okay. Okay.
Anything else, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing else. Thank you.
We're all set with Mr. Brown. Thank you much.
Have a great day.
You too. Mary Ann, are you okay?
Yeah, yes, I am. I'm bringing in a few people. The person that has iPhone on the screen, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Myers, not you. You're fine. I have your name down. There's a few people. The person that has a turquoise ceiling or wall, what is your name, please?
Ma'am, that's rubbing your head. What's your name, please?
Sir, with the goatee, Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hi, good morning. What is your name, please?
Terrence Thompson.
Thank you.
He's 9:30. I'm still looking for the jail, which I don't see.
I think the person with the iPhone has connected her audio. Can you try her again? She might be Miss Corum.
Ma'am, with your head against the blue wall, your name, please.
Laura Nelson.
Ms. Nelson scheduled at 9:15. This is 182623 ST. It's the state of Michigan versus Laura Louise Nelson.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
We were here. We were here back on February 24th. Ms. Nelson was arraigned, and we scheduled today for the pretrial. Ms. Nelson, is this still your intention to represent yourself in this matter?
Yes. I'm not actually, what am I being charged with?
The actual charges are motor vehicles acquiring during license registration denial for multiple OUILS suspensions. When you were arraigned, you would have been advised that the allegations that you did purchase, lease, or otherwise acquire a motor vehicle while being a person whose operator's or chauffeur's license was suspended, revoked, or denied for a fourth or subsequent suspension or revocation under MCL 257.904. A misdemeanor is punishable by up to 93 days in jail and or fines of $100 plus court costs.
Okay.
So ma'am, is it your intention to represent yourself in this matter?
Yes.
Have you had any conversation or contact with the prosecutor's office?
No, I haven't.
How do you wish to proceed in this matter?
Not sure.
Ms. Gillis, is there any conversation you can have with Ms. Nelson?
I'm not sure. Well, I do know I don't have any, I paid everything off. Like I have no other open cases or anything. This is the only one that I need to settle. So I was trying to get my driver's license back, but it's this case that needs to be wiped out.
And that's why I'm asking Ms. Gillis if there's any conversation, is there any offer available to you?
Okay.
Otherwise, the matter would be on track to be scheduled for trial.
There's no offer at this time, Your Honor.
Ms. Nelson, I can schedule the matter for trial if that's what you wish.
Okay, so I gotta go to trial. Okay, so can I get a attorney then? State attorney appointed?
Court-appointed attorney is available for arraignment and available for felony cases. This is a state misdemeanor matter.
Oh, okay.
We don't have an MIDC here.
Ms. Greer is here. Ms. Greer?
Yes, Judge.
Could you talk to Ms. Nelson, please? She has a state misdemeanor matter. She's been arraigned on it. Today is the day for pretrial. There's no offer available.
Okay, that's Ms. Wilson.
Ms. Nelson.
Nelson. Okay.
The sole count is that she did acquire a motor vehicle while being a person whose license was suspended for a fourth or subsequent revocation.
And that's acquiring a vehicle or not driving?
It said did lease, purchase, or otherwise acquire a motor vehicle while being a person who was suspended.
Yes, I'll speak with
93
her.
day.
Thank you, 93 day. Ms. Nelson, you're going to see an invitation go into a breakout room. You can join the MIDC attorney. She'll have some conversation with you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Thompson's retained attorney is Robert Cantor. Have we seen Mr. Cantor this morning? Okay, and Wayne County Jail is here with Mr. Ty. I see the jail. I'm hoping that means that they're here. Good morning, Ms. McDuffie.
Good morning.
What are you here for?
I'm here for Mr. Thompson. Well, the prosecutor, Mr. Thompson's case, rather.
I didn't see your name next to it, and I don't see his attorney as of yet, and our waiting room only has one person in it.
I am also filling in for APA Louisa Papolis, whose name is probably listed on the case.
Heather didn't make the note next to it. I usually rely on her note for our special prosecutors. Let me see if I can get the jail to get going with us. And I don't see Mr. Brown's attorney either. Good morning, sir, at the Sheriff's Department. Your name?
Jason Ty.
Thank you. This is 200272 FY, State of Michigan versus Jason Scott Ty.
Good morning, Your Honor. Darian Fortier on behalf of the people, P83359.
Good morning, NDS Detroit by James Parker on behalf of Mr. Jason Ty, P53832.
This is the first PCC in this matter. How do the parties intend to proceed?
Your Honor, we'd like to set this up for a preliminary examination as soon as possible. My client is in. I did not know that he was in, but I will be making contact with him. And we need a preliminary examination as soon as possible.
Mr. Parker, you know that my question is going to be, is discovery complete in this matter?
I do have paper discovery. And if there's any digital discovery, I'm asking the people to provide that.
Judge, it looks like there should be some digital. I did already send an email to my officer in charge to get that sent over. It's Detective Long, who's usually pretty prompt. And I've already added Mr. Ty and Mr. Parker to my list of things to be redacted. So as soon as I get that video, I'll start the redaction.
A live exam. Marianne, do we have any live Monday space available? That Ms. Fortier's days are Monday. And if because Mr. Ty is in custody, I don't know who has maybe a live Monday on, oh. Who's live on May 3rd? Can you call over? Can you check the schedule and see if they have any schedule? I need to jump on their day, but I'd rather not.
I know Judge Oakley has that day. I have an exam scheduled for 10:30 on May 3rd.
I have a Zoom exam at 10:30, a Zoom exam at 12:30, and then I have in person in the afternoon.
Well, that answers that question.
I was on the phone with Heather. What was is that date not good then, May 3rd?
They both have things scheduled with Judge Oakley, and well, our next Monday would be can we do an 11 o'clock? June 7th?
I have to, Judge.
I'm sorry?
If I have to. Well, so my concern is
Hold
that.
on. Ms. Fortier, we're talking about June 7th.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why.
June 7th. Do we have to go out that far? Do we have, can I have a breakout room with Mr. Ty for about a couple of minutes? Do we have somebody else we can go to?
Absolutely.
Can I have a breakout room with him, please?
Mary Ann's gonna send the request right now.
Thank you.
And I see the parties are back on Nelson. Miss Greer, have you had adequate time to speak to Miss Nelson?
Yes, Your Honor, I have. And at this
Recalling
time,
1A2623. I'm sorry, Miss Greer.
oh, no problem. Sharon Greer appearing on behalf of Ms. Nelson. Your Honor, at this time, Ms. Nelson is going to plead guilty as charged.
Ms. Nelson, did you hear the comment made by Ms. Greer?
Yes,
And it's your intention to plead guilty to the charge of acquiring a motor vehicle during a suspension or revocation of your license?
yes,
Ms. Nelson, you understand that if you plead guilty, you won't have a trial of any kind, you won't have an opportunity to call witnesses or present a defense of any sort?
yes, I know.
And knowing that you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes,
Ma'am, is it true that on March 6, 2017, in the city of Romulus, you did purchase, lease, or otherwise acquire a motor vehicle while you knew your license was suspended, revoked, or denied due to a fourth or subsequent suspension?
yes,
Satisfied by the, are the people satisfied?
Kyle, hush.
Satisfied, Ms. Greer?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Ma'am, the court accepts your plea of guilty. As for fines and costs, Ms. Greer?
Your Honor, we're asking the court if you would set a nominal amount of possibly $300 for Ms. Nelson to pay. This was something, a vehicle she just purchased off the street trying to get transportation, sort of a crime of opportunity. And we're just asking the court to set a minimum amount of the cost and fees to her.
The minimal cost that can be assessed, including the mandatory, would be the $100 fine, $100 cost, $75 crime victim, $50 state cost, $20 fund fee. There's a bench warrant fee of $50 and an FAC of $45. That would be $440. Ms. Nelson, could you pay $440 within 30 days?
yes.
No, I'm still waiting. Doing other people right now.
$440 guilty plea entered. That would be due by May 14th, 2021. Nelson, does your phone number still end 1743?
Correct.
Thank you. Anything else, Ms. Greer?
Your Honor, if I could just get that case number once again, thank you.
182623 ST.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else on behalf of the people?
I have a question. After I paid off, am I gonna be able to get a chance to get my license back?
Yes, because one of the, you have clearance fees to pay.
Okay.
Okay. But then this matter will be deemed concluded. Once you pay it, it'll be deemed concluded.
Okay.
Anything else, Ms. Nelson?
No, that was it.
You're all set, ma'am. You have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Is Mr. Parker back? No. What happened to?
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Jones.
It's so nice to see you.
Good to see you. We're just screaming out now.
Oh, that's all right.
No, I was looking for a file.
Oh,
Who's your client?
this morning I am appearing on a gentleman by the name of, where is this young man? Kenyon Rice.
I know Marianne and I are doing the same thing.
It's okay.
Scheduled at what time?
I had filed a motion to have this gentleman sent to the forensic center. And
I don't, Mr. Jones, he's not scheduled for anything. Oh, you're not on my docket this morning.
oh, interesting.
That Mr. Rice is my case.
Oh, hi, Darren.
Good morning. I didn't respond to Mr. Jones's motion because he has had contact with Mr. Rice and I haven't, and I have absolutely no objection if he wishes to.
But for right now, I'm sorry. The jail is here. Mr. Parker's back.
We can patiently wait our turn or be added if we didn't have a turn.
Oh, no, Judge Oakley has the files, so I couldn't even help you this morning.
All right, we'll get back over there. Thank you.
Thank you. He has the files for this morning, Heather? Or the files are scheduled for him? I'm sorry, Ms. Fortier, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just saw the jail coming back and Heather's notes. No, they are with him to review. Okay. Mr. Jones, your files are with with Judge Oakley for review. Thank you. Mr. Parker, I see you're back with Mr. Ty. Are you ready to proceed this morning?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Okay, we were talking about a live exam date of June the 7th, 2000 at 11 a.m.
If
Now
that's
that
the
you've had this
if that's the earliest date we could have an in-person exam date, that'll be fine.
We're limited on the days that we have available to do live exams. And so I'm giving you my earliest date because Ms. Fortier is a special prosecutor. We could actually do it any day, but I can't force her schedule. And I have to go by when the parties are available. And we were trying to piggyback on someone else's live exam dates. And I don't know that that's going to be possible.
Judge, do you have?
Ms. Myers, I need you to mute yourself. We're waiting for your attorney. I haven't seen that anyone else is standing in for Ms. Robinson.
Okay.
Thank you.
It'll be me, Your Honor. I'm on Ms. Myers' case.
Thank you, Mr. Parker. I'll call her next.
Thank you.
Judge, what is your next Tuesday?
May 11th?
Judge, I do have an in-person exam already scheduled on the 11th at 1 p.m. If Mr. Parker could make the afternoon work.
May 11th. It'd be a good date.
May 11th at what time? I'm sorry.
Maybe 1:30, Judge. I do have one scheduled at 1 p.m.
May 11th at 1:30, Mr. Parker?
That'll be fine.
May 11th at 1:30, a live exam back with me with Mr. Ty. Anything else, Mr. Parker?
Your Honor, can I address bond just briefly? I believe my client has a very high cash bond. I really don't see the reason why. My client is receiving SSI. He lives in the home that he did share with the complaining witness. The complaining witness no longer lives at that particular address anymore. She's moved back with her mother. But short of that, I'm asking for a substantial reduction in bond. I believe my client had a very high cash bond.
Ms. Fortier?
Judge, he does have a very high cash bond. I think it's $100,000 cash, but Mr. Parker has indicated he doesn't know what the reason for that is. And the reason for that is because this is Mr. Ty's third domestic violence offense. And not only does he have a third domestic violence offense, making this a felony, during the commission of this, it's alleged that he interfered with the complaining witness attempting to get a hold of the police for help. So I do think that there is a reason behind the high cash bond, and the people would object to a reduction bond, but if judge is inclined to lower the bond, the people would absolutely ask for a minimum of a tether.
I have no objection to the tether, Your Honor. My client and the complaining witness, unfortunately, do have children in common, and they've had a 7-year relationship. And at the point in time, I believe they were living together. But nevertheless, it is obviously his third, but there was no real allegations of any serious injuries or anything like that. So we're asking that my client be given a reasonable bond with a tether, Your Honor.
Mr. Parker, I hear your argument, and I'm just looking, I heard what was stated on behalf of the people, and I'm looking at the fact that it's the third offense notice indicates that the previous convictions were just in 2019, which makes the court concerned. For those reasons, I'm going to deny your request to modify bond. I will see the parties back here on May 11th at 1:30 p.m. Anything else, Mr. Parker?
I have nothing at this time.
Anything else on behalf of the people?
Nothing from the people, Judge. Thank you very much.
We're all set. We'll see Mr. Ty back here in a couple weeks.
Judge, in regards to Mr. Jones' case, do I just wait for the court to contact me about what our next step is with that? Because Judge Oakley has the file.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. That's it for me today then. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Have a good day. This is why I keep losing track of this. This is 210280, State of Michigan versus Angela Myers.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Good morning. NDS Detroit by James Parker on behalf of Ms. Myers, P53832. Ms. Myers, can you unmute yourself?
Okay.
All right then.
For me, please.
My name is Angela Michelle Myers.
This matter is scheduled today for the first PCC. What are we doing this morning?
Your Honor, I don't have any discovery on this particular matter. So can we just adjourn this for, say, a month? And then we'll have enough time to look at the allegations and decide what we're going to do next.
Adjourning the PCC 4 weeks takes us over to May the 12th, 2021 with Judge Green. Let's say 9 a.m.
It's perfect for me.
Okay, then.
Mr. Parker will send you discovery.
Ms. Byers' bond will be continued in the interim. There's a note in the file. I'm making a notation in the file that discovery is outstanding. Back with Judge Green on May 12th. Anything further, Mr. Parker?
I have nothing at this time.
Anything further, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing.
Thank you, Ms. Myers. We're all set. You have a good afternoon. You can log off.
Thank you.
I'll call you, Ms. Myers. We're all set.
Mr. Thompson, we still haven't seen his attorney? Oh, that's not even. That's not. If you want to, oh, Mr. Cantor just showed up. And after Mr. Cantor, we'll do Mr. Simpkins. I see him waiting and he's here for arraignment. This is 201120FY, State of Michigan versus Terrence Thompson.
Yes.
James, Oh, this is not my case. This is Louisa Paplis, but I can stand in for her.
No, there's already someone here for this case.
Oh, okay.
Thank you though, Ms. Gillis.
I didn't see Louisa, so I didn't know.
Good morning, Your Honor, and all. This is Rachel McDuffie on behalf of the people, and also standing in for APA Louisa Papoulis, P number 82916.
And good morning, Your Honor. Robert Cantor appearing on behalf of Terrence Thompson.
Mr. Cantor, can you turn your video on for me, please?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you, Mr. Cantor. Mr. Thompson, if you state your name for me, please.
Terrence Thompson.
Thank you, sir. Today is the first PCC in this matter. What do the parties wish to do?
Your Honor, I have received just last night from evidence.com some of the discovery in this case. I haven't had a chance to review it with my client, and I don't have a copy of the information even, so I don't know specifically all the charges. So I would ask for an adjourned PCC, a short adjournment, a couple of weeks perhaps, so I could review everything.
Mr. Cantor, is a couple 2 or 3 weeks for you?
2 weeks.
2 weeks will put us at April the 28th at 9:15. And that will be with Judge Oakley.
Okay.
Anything else, Mr. Cantor?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. McDuffie?
Nothing for me, Your Honor.
We're all set. You'll be back with Judge Oakley on 4/28. Mr. Thompson's bond will be continued in the interim.
Your Honor, I guess there was one more thing. Who is the prosecutor on the case that will be handling it? Louisa?
The prosecutor is Louisa Papoulis. I work with her. My name is Rachel McDuffie, so it may be either one of us or both.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Cantor?
No, Your Honor.
We're all set. Mr. Thompson, you have a wonderful day. You can log off now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day, everyone.
You too. Thank you, Mr. Cantor.
That's all.
This is 200496ST and 20WM00690SI, State of Michigan versus D'Angelo Simpkins.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Simpkins, turn your video on for me, please.
Hey, how you doing?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm okay.
This matter is scheduled for arraignment pretrial. Sir, it's alleged that on February 10th, 2020 at Metro Airport, you drove while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied. This is a second offense, punishable by up to 1 year in jail plus $1,000 fine and court costs. You have another outstanding matter, the civil infraction, where you owe the court $294 from that same February 10th, 2020 date. You were previously scheduled to appear, and there was some confusion about the courtroom that you were to be in. As for the arraignment in this matter, did you intend to represent yourself, or would you like the assistance of counsel just for the purposes of arraignment?
Yeah, I kind of wanted some help there.
Okay. Ms. Gillis, is there any offer available?
DWLS first.
Ms. Greer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Could you join Mr. Simpkins in a breakout room and discuss with him? He's been charged with the sole count of driving while license suspended, revoked, or denied, second offense, and the offer is first offense DWLS. The case number is 200496.
Yes, Your Honor, I will do that.
Thank you so much. Mr. Simpkins, you'll see an invitation to join Ms. Greer in the breakout room.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mary Ann, I see that Mr. Burton Harris has joined us.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Wonderful, sir. Good to see you.
You as well. I just spoke to Mr. Hankins. He came to the court, and so he's getting on Zoom now.
Okay. If you'd sit tight, if we see, once Mary Ann sees him in our waiting room, she'll bring him in.
Okay.
I still see Mr. Brown in the waiting room. I have not seen Attorney Reagan. Thank you. I know, scheduled for 9 o'clock, and he's been sitting there very patiently.
The person with iPhone, can you hear me?
Good morning.
Mr. Brown, good morning. 1 second, please. Sir with the hat on backwards, can you hear me?
His audio's still not.
Yep.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What is your name, please?
Nicholas Larson.
Thank you. Okay, Judge, sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. Mr. Brown,
Yes, ma'am.
your matter was scheduled for 9 o'clock. We have not seen your attorney as of yet.
Yeah, they called me, told me it was at 10, and I told them it was at 9.
I just wanted to bring you in because we've seen you in our waiting room and we didn't want you just sitting there waiting.
Oh, okay.
She's going to move you back into the waiting room. As soon as we see Mr. Reagan's office appear in the waiting room, we'll bring you both back in, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
For me too.
You okay?
Just waiting.
That was so patient.
It's all backed up.
Mr. Larson was actually not scheduled till 10:15. No, he can stay put. I don't see any other match pairs. I just didn't want to take a match. I wanted to take Mr. Larson if there were no matches, if there were matches available. So this is 210015 SD, State of Michigan versus Nicholas Michael Larson. Mr. Larson, I need you to take your cap off for me. You can unmute yourself.
Okay.
Thank you. Just state your name for me, please.
Nicholas Larson.
Mr. Larson, today is the day and time set for your arraignment and pretrial. This matter had previously been scheduled for February 24, 2021. What happened to you on the 24th?
Honestly, I was probably working. I just lost track of time and everything. I do apologize. It's no excuse. I understand.
Again, this is the day and time set for your arraignment. It's alleged that on January 16, 2020, in the city of Romulus, you operated while intoxicated. It's alleged that you did operate a vehicle upon a highway, that being Middle Belt Road, while under the influence of a controlled substance, contrary to MCL 257.625 sub 1. Sir, this is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and or fines of $100 to $500 plus court costs and or 360 hours of community service. Rehabilitative programs, vehicle immobilization is mandatory with a prior cost of prosecution, reimbursement to the government for emergency response and expenses for prosecuting. Was it your intention to represent yourself for purposes of arraignment, or how did you intend to proceed this morning?
I was going to represent myself.
Okay, what say you for the arraignment, sir?
What's that? I'm sorry.
What's your response to the information?
Well, I'd like to plead not guilty for that, if that's a possibility.
That's a possibility, and then the matter will be scheduled for pre-trial. Your pre-trial date would be May the 26th, 2021 at 9:15 a.m.
Can you remember that? May 26th at 9. Write that.
May 26th. The court will mail notice to you at the address we have on file, which is Outer Road.
Yes, ma'am. That's
still
correct.
your address? Okay.
Yes.
And your phone number, please.
734-735-0293.
And as to bond in this matter, let me. There's a recommendation from law enforcement for bond of 1,000, 10%.
You said it's a recommendation. I'm sorry.
Recommendation from law enforcement that your bond be set at 1,000, 10%, which means you'd have to post $100. Do you have any objection or response?
Yeah. Well, why would I pay I'm already out. Why would I pay bail if I'm already out? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm trying to understand that.
I just read the recommendation to you, and I'll just ask you if you have a response. And if your response is I'm already out, that's
I just didn't understand it. That's all. I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Larson, have you had any other contact with law enforcement since this alleged offense date of January 16, 2020?
No, ma'am.
I'll set your bond at 1,000 personal. Ms. Gillis, do you have any comment in this matter?
No, Your Honor. I mean, if he zoomed in, as far as bond goes, if he zoomed in when he was supposed to, I mean, a personal bond doesn't bother me, but I don't have him like on my docket.
You don't see him at 10:15?
Oh, way up there?
Yeah, well, he's here and there was no other match pair ready. There was no other defendant waiting.
Oh, Nicholas Larson. Hold on. Larson, Nicholas. Sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah, he probably would want an attorney. I have an offer in the case. Maybe he wants to just. He's charged with OWI first. I would offer impaired. Yeah, I mean, he can ask for an attorney or think about it, whatever he wants to do.
There is standby attorney available this morning, Mr. Larson, if you have the ability to wait and have it and speak with him to her. There's just one case ahead of you.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so mute yourself. Ms. Greer has one case in front of you, and then I'll send you into a breakout room with her, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Ms. Greer, I see you back with Mr. Simpkins.
Yes, Mr. Simpkins had some additional questions, and we were dismissed from the breakout room. I was wondering if he still wanted to speak with me in regards to that, or if he's ready to go. Does he? Because I thought we were at the end. Mr. Simpkins, do you still want to speak with me?
Yes, just for one quick second, just real
Okay.
brief.
Yes, Judge.
And then we can find out why Attorney Davis is here. Mr. Burton Harris, I still don't see your client.
He sent me a screenshot of your waiting room, so I know he's in there.
How is he labeled in the waiting room?
It may be iPhone or something like that. I don't think he knows how to change it.
Well, we're going to see what Attorney Davis is here for, and then Marianne will empty out the waiting room again.
Morning. I'm checking in on Miss Gasper. Sorry, I have another Zoom here. So
I just couldn't hear you. You're checking in.
I said I'm checking in on Miss Gasper, Sonia Gasper.
That's scheduled at 10:30?
This is a dismissal.
It is.
Okay.
I was just making a statement out loud that's scheduled at
Oh, okay.
10:30.
Okay.
So Mary Ann knows that I'm calling 201548 State of Michigan versus Sonia Gasper.
And Maurice Davis appearing on behalf of Sonia Gasper. I ask the court to waive my client's appearance.
Any objection from the people?
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people. Come on, people.
As stated by Mr. Davis, there is a motion in the file from the people to dismiss this matter. Is there anything else you'd like to add at this time, Ms. Gillis?
To be honest, Your Honor, what case are you on?
201548. It's the 10:30 Sonia Gasper, and it's only because there was nothing else ready.
Must not be my case because I didn't file any.
Robert Hayes.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, dismiss that case. I know what that's about. Thank you.
Thank you for logging on, Mr. Davis. I'm signing the order. Anything else this morning?
No, nothing else. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day, sir.
You as well.
The person listed as K51, can you hear me? Judge, that's the only one that's not identified.
I know. Thank you.
I think I'm almost sure that's my client. He said he's on a LG, but I think K51 is a type of LG.
We've brought him in multiple times and tried to get him to identify, put his video on, connect his audio, and we have, oh, there we are.
Yeah, that's a. I don't think he connected to the right audio option. I'll give him a call. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
No, you're not. You're just dragging my docket, Mr. Burton Harris. Ms. Gillis, I'll take it.
Sorry, sometimes I don't know the case because people are chatting with me and someone just came in and talked to me from the court staff and they want a question answered and I'm like, oh.
Well, I see a 10 o'clock case here that's an arraignment. Oh, I see Hankins identified properly. Now, thank you. You are so quick with that. And the detective is here. That's never a good sign. Somebody's in trouble.
Not true. Good morning, Your Honor. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. Good to see you.
Yeah, you as well. Thank you.
Thank you. My concern, Mary Ann, is that we have not had our 845 show up, which I'm just because we're waiting for people doing whatever they're doing. This is 21WM00468ST, State of Michigan versus Sante Terrell Williams. The matter was scheduled for 8:45. It's now 10:04 by the court's clock. There is no one unidentified in the court's waiting room. Defendant having failed to appear, capious issue. I'm just trying to clean up the morning docket. I'm just waiting for, oh, Ms. Greer is back with.
Thank you.
Simpkins. Are you ready, Ms. Greer, with Mr. Simpkins?
Your Honor, I don't know if Mr. Simpkins is ready. Are you, have you decided what you want to do, Mr. Simpkins? We keep getting thrown out before he has an opportunity to give me.
Put you back. All you need to tell me is that you need more time.
Do you need more time, Mr. Simpkins?
I mean, it's like soon as we get them
Yes,
potatoes, it's like we get throughout.
Yes, Judge. Let's go back.
Mary Ann's moving you back into the breakout room.
Thank you.
And I saw Mr. Burton Harris's client come, and I'm hoping that he's able to connect his audio.
My DC attorney.
Yeah, he was. He logged off to log back in and connected the audio correctly.
Okay. David Brown, I still see him waiting. Reagan's office thought it was 10 o'clock, so I'm not going to do anything. DST, we did. This is 0S3729824 A and B, State of Michigan versus Bashir Alrez Khaldun. These matters were scheduled at 9 o'clock. It's now 10:06 by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, KP will issue. $9:30. We're not. It's not bad. This is 20D701479 SM, State of Michigan versus Angelo Thomas Coward. This matter was scheduled for 9:30 a.m. It's now 10:06 by the court's clock. There being no unidentified persons in the court's waiting room, KPS will issue. Mr. Hankins is back. Mr. Hankins, are you able to connect your audio?
You gotta unmute yourself, Mr. Hankins.
Hello?
Perfect, sir. Thank you. Give me 1 second.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. Just got off work a little early, but I'm going back after this.
Are you driving?
Nope, my little brother driving.
This is 20WM02183ST and 210243FY. State of Michigan versus Takari
Hankins.
Takari Hankins. Appearances?
Yes, Judge Alex Curry standing in for APA Gillis on behalf of the people.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Robert Burton Harris, P81843, on behalf of Mr. Takari Hankins, who's present on Zoom and consents to having this hearing conducted as such.
This is the first PCC in this matter?
Yes.
How do the parties intend to proceed this morning?
Well, Your Honor, my client doesn't have a problem and actually prefers to do his preliminary examination over Zoom. The only real issue is that I don't have the discovery for this case. All I have is the paper discovery. So I just need to review, I just need the exam to be set in enough time so that I can receive and review the video evidence.
Mr. Burton Harris, I'm not objecting to scheduling and examine this matter, but if you have discovery outstanding, I would rather wait until discovery is complete to schedule the exam, but we can schedule live exam. What is that? Is that really August 11th? Is that the date, Marianne? We can schedule the live exam date on August 11th at 12:30 unless you want to come back for PCC after discovery is complete. Your call, Mr. Burton Harris.
It's whatever Your Honor desires. I mean, some judges they want to set the exam. That's the only reason why I even suggested that we do that.
We're here every day. There's somebody doing felony, so I'm here when you're here. I'm ready to go when you're ready to go. If you want another PCC, I can schedule it. If you want your live exam, I can give you that August 11th date.
Let me try to pull up my schedule now. Sorry about that. Google just kicked me out. So just give me 1 second.
We're not rushing. There's nobody. Oh, who's Gene Ferguson?
If we set it for another probable cause conference, what date would that be?
You tell me. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks.
I think it's safe to do 3 weeks for another probable cause conference, just to make sure I did receive discovery and he's not going to waive his exam at that time.
Adjourning PCC puts us for 3 weeks, puts us at May 5th, 2021 at 9 a.m.
That's a good day for me.
You'll be with Judge Green on that day at that time.
You said at
And
9 a.m., Your Honor?
9 a.m., 5 with Judge Green. And here is the state matter that will travel with it.
You got a pen on you, bro?
Anything else on behalf of Mr. Hankins?
No, Your Honor, not from defense.
Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor, but Mr. Burton Harris, I will double check on that discovery for you today. So.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Anything else?
Nope.
Thank you. We're all set, Mr. Hankins. Thank you for working to connect. You have a wonderful day. You're all set. You can log off.
You too, ma'am. So when would so Mr. Robert, you'll get in touch with me?
I can give you a call as soon as we're done with this.
I appreciate you, man.
Which we're done. Mr. Burton Harris, do you have anything else with us this morning?
I do not. I think that was my only case with you this morning.
Good to see you, sir. You have a wonderful day.
You as well. Thank you.
Thank
Be
you.
safe.
Thank you, Judge. Take care now.
And I see that Ms. Greer is back with Mr. Simpkins. Was that enough time or were you kicked out prematurely?
Oh, no, Your Honor. We're finished this time.
Recalling 200496 ST, State of Michigan versus Simpkins.
Yes, I'm
Good
ready.
morning, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. Sharon Greer appeared on behalf of Mr. Simpkins, who's on the Zoom call as well.
This matter was scheduled for arraignment pre-trial.
As to the arraignment, Your Honor, we will stand mute and waive the formal reading.
And as to the offer previously made by the people.
At this time, Your Honor, Mr. Simpkins, excuse me, is not willing to, does not want to take the offer at this time. He's asking the court to set a pretrial date. He wants to bring in some documentation of his efforts to try to resolve other matters that were outstanding. And we would like the court to set a pretrial date.
The adjourned pretrial date will be 5/26/2021 at 9:30 a.m. That will be back with me. As for bond in this matter, there is no information. Ms. Greer, as for bond in this matter, what say you?
Your Honor, we're asking that the court would set a personal bond for Mr. Simpkins at this time.
Mr. Simpkins, have you had any contact with law enforcement since this alleged offense date of February 10, 2020?
I don't believe so, no.
How do you support yourself, sir?
How do I support myself?
Yes, sir.
You mean as far as?
Do you have a job? Do you receive assistance? Are you unemployed? Are you supported
Yeah,
by
I'm
family?
receiving this. I am receiving assistance right now, and that's the reason why I'm trying to take care of these matters, because I have a potential job, but I'm trying to get my license together, and I won't be able to get my license together if I get a DWLS, because that's going to be more points going towards my license, and I'm just trying to do things the right way and get things in order as they should
Mr.
be.
Simpkins, thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you short, but I hear where you're going. And what I'd like to do is, what the court's going to do is set your bond at $3,000 personal. I'll see you back here on May 26th at 9:30 a.m. You'll be back with me. You'll get notice from the court. And to confirm, does your phone number still end in 1335?
No.
Oh.
I have another number.
What's your phone number, please?
313-917-4329.
And your email address?
SimpkinsDangelo@gmail.com.
Anything else, Ms. Greer?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Curry?
Yes, Judge. I just want to confirm that was the 26th at 9:30 a.m., correct?
It is, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Simpkins, the only other matter outstanding is that the civil infraction went into default. There's $294 owing in this matter, in that civil infraction matter. You should contact the court's collection department to either pay it in full or make a payment plan.
Okay. I wasn't aware. I wasn't aware of. I thought everything happened at one time. I thought that this court date was for both matters. I didn't know they automatically went into that. That's what I was trying to talk to the lawyer about.
Your Honor, is it possible that we could hold that in abeyance until the other case? There may be some type of negotiation where that case, that ticket might be a part of the plea negotiations.
It's already gone into default, but during the plea negotiations, if the people wish to do something to resolve the civil infraction a different way, that's a conversation you can have with them.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. We're all set, Mr. Simpkins. You have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
I see the 10 o'clock. Do you want to bring Ms. Stench in?
Judge, do you want me to put Mr. Larson and Ms. Greer?
Oh, thank you, Mary Ann. Yes, please. You are wonderful. Yeah, you are. Because I see Mr. Larson back and I was just, wow. And we find out who this Galaxy 8 is.
Your Honor, do we have Miss Kirby at 10 o'clock?
Ms. Coram?
No, Miss Kirby.
Kirby, I'm sorry. Kirby is scheduled at 10 o'clock. I don't see a Kirby in our waiting room. That's why Mary Ann's bringing in this phone to see who it is.
Okay, then. She told me she was on, and this might
She just
result.
popped in.
She just
Okay,
popped
then.
down.
But as soon as Mary Ann identifies who this Galaxy is, we'll bring Miss Kirby in.
No rush.
The person with Galaxy S8, can you hear me? The person with Galaxy S8, can you hear me?
Thank you.
Good morning. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What is your name, please?
Teresa Stallings.
Thank you.
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, but I'm calling another case. If you mute yourself and sit tight, we'll get to you in just a second.
I apologize. Okay.
No worries. Thank you.
Mute. Gotcha.
Stallings, I'm sorry. Thank you. Ms. Kirby?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you turn your video on for me, please?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Yeah.
You're good. 201212FY, State of Michigan versus Dana Marie Kirby. Appearances?
Yes, Judge. Alex Curry on behalf of the people.
Good morning. NDS Detroit by James Parker on behalf of Miss Kirby, P53832.
This matter is scheduled for arraignment pretrial this morning. Mr. Parker, as to the arraignment.
Your Honor, we waive the formal reading. Stand mute to the charges.
Thank you. I Said it was scheduled for arraignment pretrial, scheduled for arraignment PCC, and inasmuch as Mr. Parker has waived the reading and stands mute to the charges. As for the PCC,
Your Honor, the people and I have been discussing this case, and I believe they're going to make my client an offer. I don't know if they're ready at this point in time. We could possibly resolve it if they are today. I think that means a okay.
do you need a breakout room?
My client and I are ready to proceed. It's just if the people are going to send you the proper paperwork or what's necessary.
That won't be necessary, Judge, to my understanding.
I'll ask her. Okay. Judge, do you want me to make out a plea deal? They're pleading to you, so I'm dropping the felony.
Would you please?
Okay, and no 7411. So I'll write it up and I'll bring it in. You guys can start taking the plea right now.
Thank you.
Oh, I got one.
Okay.
Mr. Parker, that was your understanding?
Yes, it is, Your Honor. And I did talk that particular agreement with my client.
Ms. Kirby, you were able to hear both the prosecutor and Mr. Parker this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that there's an offer from the people that if you plead guilty to use of the narcotic, that they'll dismiss the felony count of possession?
Yes, ma'am.
And if the court accepts your plea of guilty to the added count of use, that you won't have a trial of any kind in this matter? You won't have the opportunity to call witnesses or present evidence on your own behalf?
Yes, ma'am.
And knowing that, you still wish to enter a plea of guilty to the added count of use of narcotics?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, is it true that on May 9, 2019, in the city of Romulus, that you used a controlled substance?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, yes. Satisfied, Mr. Parker?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Parker?
Yes, ma'am.
I see that the plea form is coming in to me. As to any, thank you, sir. No case number? We don't need no stinky case number. I'll just write it in, or Heather will send it back to me with a big sticky note. What were you doing? No 7411, okay. As to any sentence or fine in this matter?
Your Honor, I just asked that she be placed on as short as probation as possible or a fine, just a fine.
On behalf of the people?
Judge, we would leave this to the discretion of the court.
Ms. Kirby, are you employed?
Not currently. When I got arrested for my Washtenaw case, I lost my job.
How are you supporting yourself?
Well, I'm starting to look for a new job. I got out of jail and went into the hospital for surgery. Like I just got out of surgery.
Have you been released back to work yet?
No, I have to wait until my follow-up meeting with my surgeon.
Are you responsible for the supportive care of anyone else?
No.
Who do you live with at this time?
I live with a friend.
Okay. Ma'am, I hear your financial situation, and what the court is going to do is assess a $100 fine, $500 in costs. You'll have time to pay that.
Okay, thank you.
What I'll ask you to do is be in contact with our collections department. Your phone number, please.
810-775-7625.
And your email address.
It's Dana, Dayna, Marie, Marie, 51 @gmail.com.
Anything else, Mr. Parker?
I have nothing at this time, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Judge.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Kirby. You have a wonderful day. We're all set in this matter.
Thank you.
Good luck, Ms. Kirby.
Thank you.
Mr. I see that Mr. Larson and Ms. Greer are back, recalling 210015 SD.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sharon Griffin on behalf of Mr. Larson. As to the arraignment, we will waive the form of reading and stand mute to the charges.
Thank you, ma'am. And as to, I think that, what was the offer of the people?
There was an
1 second.
offer. There was an offer of impaired on this case. And Mr. Larson does not wish to avail himself of that offer today. We're asking the court if you would set a pretrial date, and we're asking for discovery.
Make a notation that discovery has been requested. The pretrial date in this matter will be May the 26th, 2021 at 9:15 a.m. That would be back with me, Ms. Greer. Did you
Yes,
have, you have the file number? Do you need it?
I have that one, Your Honor. Thank
Okay.
you.
Anything else, Ms. Greer?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Curry?
No, Judge.
We're all set. You have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Ferguson.
Yes, Your Honor, good morning. Nice
Good
to see
morning.
you.
What are you here for?
I have months, Adam Months, it's an arraignment. In a
Scheduled at 10:15. Yes, sir. Give me 1 second. Let me find the V file. V file. Okay. This is 210262 FD, State of Michigan versus Adam Patrick Muntz.
Good morning, Ron Gene Ferguson. Here may have Adam Patrick Months, who is seated right.
And Alex Curry on behalf of the people.
This matter is scheduled for arraignment, probable cause conference. As to the arraignment, Mr. Ferguson, you were starting to say?
I was just going to say that we have the probable cause conference as well. That's all I was going to say.
As to the arraignment?
He would waive the formal arraignment and stand mute. Or waive the reading, I should say.
Yes, sir. I don't see any bond recommendation from law enforcement. What say you as to bond, Mr. Ferguson?
Mr. Muntz is 41 years old. He works at Plastic Omni and gas tanks. He's been there for about 4 years. 17 years ago, he received, I believe, and you have the exact dates, but I believe it was about 17 years ago, he received 2 drinking and driving violations. So this is a third offense, but the last one was, I think, approximately 17 years ago. I believe he has responded very well to this situation. He's taking it very seriously. He has engaged in intensive outpatient for Jennifer Schroeder. I do have a letter indicating that he's completed that program. He went there 2 times a week for approximately 12 weeks. I have a program completion letter which indicates that he successfully completed all the components of the outpatient counseling program. He was open and communicated throughout the session and willingly participated. I think he's doing very well. He's not currently drinking. He's continued to see Jennifer Schroeder as his counselor for once a month via Zoom. He's very concerned about this. This case, it's actually wrong on the court docket. The court docket indicates the offense date was November 5th. It was actually, I believe, in September when this happened. It was in August 18th of 2020 when this happened. He's been very concerned about it. He's called me on a monthly basis. He wants to take care of it. I don't believe that he's going to be a problem, and he'll abide by whatever the court sets in terms of bond.
Mr. Craig, were you going to say something?
No, Judge, I was going to say we would leave this to your discretion.
Mr. Munson's bond will be set at $5,000 personal. I heard what you said about his alcohol use, Mr. Ferguson, but for the record, bond condition will be that he will not use, purchase, or consume any alcohol. As to the probable cause conference in this matter, do you need it? Do you need an opportunity to speak to Mr. Curry?
I would like to speak to him, yes.
Mary Ann will send you an invite to go into a breakout room. I have some docket things to address in your app. Thank you, Mary Ann.
Well, thank you very much.
I still don't see Attorney Reagan. This is 8S3255018AST, State of Michigan versus Carolyn McGillberry. This matter was scheduled for 9:30 a.m. It's now 10:33 by the court's clock. There is no unidentified person in the court's waiting room. Habeas shall issue. Too many. This is 1S3819138 A, B, and C, State of Michigan versus Shahel Admi Mohammed. This matter was scheduled for 9:45 a.m. It's now 10:33 a.m. by the court's clock. There being no unidentified persons in the court's virtual waiting room, defendant having failed to appear, habeas shall issue. This is 9S3464595 A and B, Brian Allen Pettiford. This matter was scheduled for 9:45 a.m. It's now 9:34 a.m. by the court's clock. There being no unidentified persons in the court's virtual waiting room, defendant having failed to appear, habeas shall issue. Quorum is 10 o'clock. It's only 10:34. Mary Ann, I'll wait a little bit longer. I see Mr. Parker here. This is 1952440 SM. Jennifer McLone. This matter was scheduled for 10 a.m. It is now 10:35 by the court's clock. There being no unidentified persons in the court's virtual waiting room, defendant having failed to appear, habeas shall issue. This is wait for the prosecutor to come back on this. Where are these?
You're doing awesome.
Good morning, Mr. Reagan.
Judge, good morning to you and your staff. I so apologize, Judge. I got my times thrown off, then I got caught. It's just been a crazy morning on a long Zoom hearing, and I apologize to this honorable court, Your Honor.
No worries. Mr. Brown checked in on time. We brought him in, advised him that we were that as soon as you appeared, that we would pull him in so that we could conduct your matter. Unfortunately, our prosecutors are in a breakout room, I do believe.
Now, Judge, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was just going to say that I know that we had adjourned this for my client to be to do whatever the proper paperwork for him to get into the drug court.
Hold on for one. I'm sorry, Mr. Reagan. 201254, State of Michigan versus David Osmond Brown.
Yes, ma'am. Judge and Philip Reagan on behalf of Mr. Brown, who's appearing via Zoom, Your Honor, with no objection to doing so this morning. Mr. Brown, could you state your name for the record, please?
David Osmond Brown.
Judge, so we had adjourned this matter. Judge was gracious enough to adjourn it because Mr. Brown was going to, the prosecutor had approved everything for him to be in her drug program, but there was paperwork and there was intake that Mr. Brown had to complete. And one of the issues was he was having trouble based on his health issues. He has very serious heart issues. He's back and forth in U of M hospital quite frequently. But he was a good candidate, we believe, for the drug court based on the information initially that we had received. I don't know what the status is as of right now, Your Honor, in terms of him completing that paperwork. Mr. Brown, have you completed all that information?
Yes, sir. I returned. Morning. You
Mr. Brown, you broke up for a second there. Would you repeat that, please?
I returned it back on Monday morning.
Okay, good.
In the Dropbox.
So, Mr. Reagan, what I can do is if you want to sit tight for a second, you and your client, we can have someone check with drug court to confirm the status of the paperwork, or would you rather adjourn the PCC?
Could we adjourn the PCC, Judge?
1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
2 weeks would be great.
Mr. Curry, we are on 201254.
Right, I have the file in front of me, Your Honor.
We're going to adjourn the PCC 2 weeks to April 28th, 2021 at 9:45 a.m. That will be with Judge Oakley. I'll make a notation that paperwork outstanding. And that'll give someone an opportunity to check on it and follow up. And I don't have a post-it out here, but when it goes to Heather, get this file directed to drug court or treatment court to check the status of it. Anything else, Mr. Reagan?
Not for this record, Judge. Thank you very much.
Anything else, Mr. Curry?
You said 9:25, Judge?
I did not. I would have said 9:45.
9:45, thank you.
We're all set. Mr. Brown, thank you so very much for your patience this morning.
Thank you. You have a great day, Your Honor.
You too. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And Judge, thank you, Mr. Brown. Judge, I just want to say congratulations to you. I haven't had a chance to congratulate you on your new position. I know it's we're in April now, but I just want to say you are definitely a great addition to the bench, Your Honor. And I know that you're going to do well and serve the people well. And just congratulations to you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Reagan. And don't leave yet, because while we were talking, there was a request from the criminal department to adjourn this matter actually to Judge Green's docket, since she runs the treatment court. Thank you so much, Heather. If you don't mind, we can put it over 1 more week beyond that. That week will be.
That's fine, Judge.
April the 5th, 2021 at 9:15 a.m.
May 5th, 2021, 9:15.
with Judge Green.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. You and your staff have a great and wonderful day.
You too. Thank you, Mr. Reagan.
Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And I see that the parties are back on 210-262 months.
Yes, Your Honor. Being further.
You had an opportunity to speak. How are we going to proceed this morning?
I spoke with the prosecutor. He's going to send me some discovery. This case was a blood test. He apparently does not have the results back. I would want to see that before we resolve that. I'm hopeful we can resolve it, but I'd like to see discovery, and I also need to see what the blood test reveals.
You're looking to adjourn adjourn the PCC out how far?
They indicated to me they would have the discovery to me by the end of the day today, but I don't know how long it's going to take for them to get me the blood. I'd like to see that before I agree to any plea.
2, 3, 4 weeks?
I'm waiting to see what the prosecutor says in terms of when I would have those results. He's on mute.
Hello, Judge. I am looking through the file right now, and I'm trying to locate the results of the blood test if they exist. But I would imagine a few weeks would be sufficient. I'll check with APA Gillis. Jan, this one.
I would just assume do 4 weeks if the court's agreeable to it.
The court is agreeable to it, Mr. Ferguson. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks will put us at May the 12th, 2021 at 9:15 a.m. with Judge Green.
I had one other matter I wanted to ask the court about as well.
Not involving Mr. Muntz.
No, it is involving Mr.
Okay.
Mr. Muntz has a paper plate as a result of this, which expires May of 2021. That's next month. And he's concerned about that his plate will not be valid. Quite frankly, that's never come up in my practice before, where the case has taken so long that the plate is now invalid. I don't know if there's a procedure that he can get that paper plate renewed.
Mr. Ferguson, because we are on Zoom, I am very fortunate that I have multiple people who support this court moving cases along, that including Heather, who heard your request and put a response to me already that he can renew it. It can be renewed by the Secretary of State. So Mr. Muntz has the ability to correct that. And I appreciate it. I did not know the answer to that. And she's listening while she's doing discharging her other duties, and answered the question quickly for me. So your client can go get that paper plate renewed. Anything else, Mr. Ferguson?
No, nothing else. It makes
Anything else, Mr. Curry?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you so much. You all have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
This is 201193 State of Michigan versus Sarah Lynn Marie Stench. This matter is scheduled for arraignment pretrial. Arraignment pretrial. It was originally scheduled for January 8th. The defendant failed to appear. And then on February 24th, 2021, Ms. Stallings was present, the prosecutor's office was present, and Ms. Stench failed to appear. The court did issue a bench warrant for Ms. Stench at that time. Ms. Stench contacted the court and the matter was reset for today. Appearances, please.
Alex Curry on behalf of the people, Judge.
Ms. Stench, would you state your name for me, please?
Sarah Lynn Stench.
And Ms. Stallings is also here.
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Greer, this is one where we might need your assistance. Ms. Stench, there is one count on the complaint, and it is alleged that on June the 26th, 2020, in Huron Township, you committed count 1, domestic violence. It's alleged that you did make an assault or an assault and battery upon Teresa Stallings, a resident or former resident of your household, contrary to MCL 750.81, paren 2. This is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and or $500 fine plus costs. Consecutive sentence may be imposed under MCL 750.506A if the assault was committed in a place of confinement. For purposes of this arraignment, did you intend to represent yourself or were you seeking the assistance of court-appointed counsel?
Me, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
I would like somebody's help.
Okay. There is Sharon Greer, Attorney Greer is available. You can go into a breakout room with her to possibly discuss the matter, but before you depart.
Okay.
There is an offer in the file from January 4th, 2021. Mr. Curry and Ms. Gillis, the offer was if the defendant pleads to domestic violence, delay the sentence for 12 months with probation, anger management. Is that offer still a good offer?
It is, Your Honor, but we'd like to talk to the victim now that she's here.
All right, then. So if Mary Ann would be so kind as to put the prosecutor in with Ms. Stallings. And because I'm not sure what they are going to talk to the victim about, Ms. Stench, I'm going to have you sit tight for just a second.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Mr. Parker, I have been waiting for Ms. Oh, let's see who this person, there's two people here.
Okay. I did call that number that we had and the person finally answered and said that this is not her number. So.
Thank you.
That's where we're at with the number.
The person that has iPhone, can you hear me?
Yes.
What is your name, please?
Ramondo Maddie.
They can't go up.
I was waiting for Miss Stench in the waiting room.
I'm sorry, Ms. Greer, the prosecutor is in with the alleged victim in this case, and I wanted you to wait for 1 second. I'm curious.
Okay, very well.
If that
No
were
problem.
the matter. Okay.
No problem.
And the dad, I don't know who that is. I don't see them on our docket. That's 11 o'clock. Attorney for 11 o'clock. Okay, Mr. Parker.
Yes.
This is 194627 FY 1839680T 18506 OM and 192683 SM. These are State of Michigan versus Leisha Marie Forum. These matters were scheduled at 10 a.m. The case ending 4627 was scheduled for arraignment. 2683 was scheduled for arraignment. The 3968, Ms. Coram had previously been arraigned, failed to appear all the way back on May 21st, 2019. And 5006, same thing. She had been arraigned back on February 11th, 2019, and failed to appear for a pretrial that was scheduled on 5/21, 2019. She provided a letter to the court on April 7th, 2021, which indicates I have these other cases set for 414, the felonies, and she wanted all the matters to be addressed at the same time. So the court pulled all of Ms. Coram's outstanding matters. We are here. There's no one unnamed, unclaimed in the court's virtual waiting room. The defendant having failed to appear. What say you, sir?
Your Honor, I have nothing to say at this point in time. May I ask, in that letter, is that the number that we talked about? I remember the court did have a number.
I provided the phone number we already had on record. She unfortunately, Ms. Coram unfortunately did not put a phone number in her letter to the court. It's nothing on the envelope that assists us. So
is there an address?
The address is the same Waterbury address that's already on the file, 466.
Okay. I could have my investigator go take a look-see at the very least, but short of that, I do not know why she's not here at this time, Your Honor.
Based on her failure to appear this morning, KPS will issue.
Okay.
Okay. And I see the parties are, the prosecutor is back with the, I don't see Ms. Stallings anymore. Okay, back with Ms. Stallings. Does that change the offer, or does that change the posture of the prosecutor?
Yes, Judge, it's our understanding that after speaking with the Ms. Stallings, we will not be going forward with this case.
Ms. Stallings?
Yes.
Did you hear the comment just made by the prosecutor?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
And it's your desire to not proceed in this matter, not to continue with the allegations?
Yes, I had asked Ms. Gillis months ago to dismiss it, but with us having to keep rescheduling it, it's, now today.
Are you doing that freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Ms. Stench, did you hear the comments just made by Ms. Stallings?
Yes, I did.
And Mr. Curry, the people are in fact dismissing this case?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Thank you. Any objection, Ms. Stench?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. We are all set. Ms. Stench, have a good day. Ms. Stallings, thank you for
too.
coming
Thank
again.
you, Lisa.
Ooh, no, not Lisa. You are so efficient. I don't even know how you do it. This is 20D764682 A and B, State of Michigan versus Jagger Mac Tamazik. I'm sorry. Mr. Tamazik? I can't hear you, sir. Sorry. I don't think your audio is connected, sir. Sir, with the hard hat? Your audio is not connected. What is the dial-in number? Oh boy. Oh, you know what, Mary Ann? Let's try this a different way. It looks like his audio might be connected. With the hard hat?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wonderful. Could you state your name?
I can hear you now. Sorry, pull that off here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Would you state your name for me, please?
Jagger Timozik.
Timozik. Mr. Timozik, you have two files here this morning scheduled for arraignment pretrial. It's alleged that on August the 29th, 2020, where were you? Van Buren Township, that you did violate the marine safety counterclockwise operation 100-foot rule. This is Department of Natural Resources, punishable by up to a $500 fine. On that date, at that time, there's a civil infraction alleging that you violated marine safety standards. As to the arraignment in this matter, how do you wish to proceed?
I would like are you at the 34th Court District?
I am, sir.
When I was issued the ticket, I called within, I would say, a week, and there was no one at the courthouse because of COVID. So I spoke with Christine Harris, which was my probation officer. She answered the phone, and I called up there to pay it. I had no problem with it. You know, what I did was wrong, and I'm not going to argue the officer. And I tried to pay it, and she said that it was not filed within filing date to not. And I have the phone records of it, of me calling and talking to her, and I could call her and talk to her again about it. So I forgot all about it, didn't think anything of it. And then my address is set to my father's home. I moved out and I don't live with my dad anymore. So they must have sent it in the mail to my dad, and I never got anything, never even thought nothing of it until like a month ago when my dad called me saying that I had mail there.
Are you on Sheldon Road?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on 6920 Sheldon, but the warrant address it was sent to 4510 Hannon and Wayne, which I haven't lived there in years.
Well, we're here this morning, sir. So thank you for contacting us or logging in on Zoom. So as for both of these matters, how do you wish to proceed?
I'll pay the fine. I'll pay the fine in full.
The fine for the safety standards is $230. For the
Okay.
counterclockwise operation, if you were to plead guilty to that, the court would impose minimum fines and costs. And that would take that file to $395. So
$390.
Yes, sir. For the two files combined would be $625.
That's fine.
Are you able to pay that within 30 days?
Yes. Can I bring the cash to the courthouse?
You can bring the cash to the court. The court officers will process the payment and bring you a receipt. Do the people have any objection?
No objection, Judge.
So there you are, Mr. Tomazik. The court will accept, I'm sorry. Sir, is it true that on August 29, 2020 in Van Buren Township, you operated counterclockwise contrary to marine safety standards?
Yes.
Okay. Satisfied, Mr. Curry?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, your plea of guilty to the charge and responsible to the civil infraction is accepted. Total fines in this matter, and both matters combined, will be $625, payable within 30 days. Again, you can bring payment to the court, you can mail it in, or you can pay online. There's a transaction fee if you pay online.
When does the courthouse close?
We're here until 4 p.m. every day, 8 to 4. I'm sorry, 8 to 3.
8 to 3. Okay. I don't get off work till about 6:30. I'm in Detroit. So Friday, you guys are open the same time, 8 to 3?
Same time. And that's why I'm saying you can pay it online. There's a transaction fee if you do it that way, or you can put check money order in the Dropbox. There's a slot on the back side of the building, which our back is actually our front.
So I can't even come in the courthouse then? No.
No, sir. Because of COVID, we only allow a finite number of people in the building for very specific hearings, and making a payment is not a reason that we would allow somebody in the building.
Okay, so I can just bring the cash in an envelope with my name on it. Is that fine?
If you hand it to somebody, you can't leave cash in the Dropbox. I wouldn't leave cash in the Dropbox.
Hopefully people don't mess with the courthouse. I would think they wouldn't.
I know, but the problem is when you have cash and you leave cash somewhere, there's no receipt. And I understand you're concerned about getting off of work at a time and can't get here. So I would suggest if you have the cash, if you have the $625, that you just go to the post office or go to a store and convert it to a money order if you're going to leave it in the Dropbox. That's just
Okay.
the way. Anything
Okay.
else?
Yeah, actually, I'm sorry. I got I got pulled over. I'm sorry?
I said, are you pulling another ticket now?
Yes, ma'am. This is how I found out I had a warrant.
Oh, wait.
I got pulled over for speeding on, where's the date here? On 2/24/21 in Van Buren Township. And they're supposed to send me something in the mail within 7 to 14 days or 5 to 14 days. Got nothing.
Sir, we have a phone number for you that ends in 9195.
That's correct.
Oh, okay. You might not have been in when I said this before, but Heather is our magic clerk. She heard you, she sees your request, and she's looking into it. So if you sit tight while she looks into this speeding ticket, I'm going to have you mute yourself. I'm going to see if there's anything else ready. I'm going to hold your file for just 1 second to see what her response is about the status of that ticket, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
I don't see anything else ready right now, Mary Ann, do you?
Well, the 1045 Madden, Madden.
Oh, it is warm today. This is 6S 205 1808C. This is State of Michigan versus Ramondo Anthony Madden. This matter is scheduled for arraignment pretrial this morning. I see Mr. Madden. Sir, would you turn your video on for me, please?
Okay.
Is Mr. Haddad with Mr. Madden?
No, I'm trying to find how to turn the video on. Okay, I see it. I'm sorry. I got it.
State your name for me, please, sir.
Ramondo Madden.
Thank you. Mr. Haddad?
This isn't my file. I have.
Looks like he emailed a request on his DNR ticket, but didn't reference this, so we didn't do anything with this. And it is a warrant. I don't know.
I'm gonna hold it for 1 second. Mr. Madden, you're scheduled for arraignment pretrial this morning, sir. It's alleged that on March 14, 2016, in the city of Romulus, you drove while your license was not valid or had an improper license, which is a misdemeanor. Punishable by up to 90 days in jail and fines of $500 plus court costs. Is there any offer from the people in this matter?
Not to my knowledge, Judge. I have nothing in front of me indicating that there's an offer.
Mr. Madden, how do you wish to proceed this morning?
I'm willing to pay my fines and costs. I've already paid off majority of the tickets. I want to say around 3 or 4 months ago. And I was just waiting on these court dates so I can pay off the rest of my tickets so I can try to get my license back.
Sir, this is actually not it's a misdemeanor matter, and this is your arraignment date.
Your Honor, did he want an attorney?
Nobody ever spoke with me about it or anything, so.
Because you're scheduled for arraignment this morning, sir, we do have standby counsel for you to talk to. Ms. Greer is a court-appointed attorney who could talk to you before the arraignment.
Yeah, can I speak with her, please?
You will get a request to join a breakout room with her. That will come and you just select join and you go into the breakout room with her.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Mr. Tomazic?
Yes, ma'am.
Your request for hearing emails went just to the marine safety matters. The clerk brought the ticket to me, a printout regarding the ticket, and indicated that if you want to plead responsible, it would be a 1 point and it would be $180.
Yeah, I have the case number right here. Is the appearance date is 3/10/21, but they didn't even mark the postcard stamp as March 23rd. So how would I have gotten it on 3/10 if they didn't mark it until 3/21?
Okay, I'm with you, but there's
I'm not arguing at all. I'll pay that. That's fine. Is there any way I can get rid of the point?
not with me. You can
Yes.
with the court directly. You can schedule.
We'll give him impeding. The 1 pointer, we'll give him impeding because he pled on the other 2 cases.
Did you hear that, Mr. Tomazic?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Gillis. Impeding, and we'll leave it at the 180.
Is the impeding still a point?
No, sir.
Okay,
Oh,
we're
it's a Van
either
Buren.
of the,
Nope, I'm sorry. Ms. Gillis is a Van Buren case. So, Ms.
I have no authority.
Mr. Tomazic, we were trying to do it all at the same time, but what we can do, if the point is your issue, we'd have to schedule the matter for the next Van Buren date.
it's kind of hard. I work like 6 days a week usually. So
Isn't there a mechanism to
even
submit
if it,
fee requests
even if
and
it's more
settlement?
money, I'm fine
Oh.
with that. I just want the point dropped.
Mr. Tomazic, I see a note that they'll send your information over to the township's prosecutor
Okay.
and see if they can get that resolved. But keep track of that ticket number. The clerk
I
is,
just want to make sure that I don't have a warrant for my arrest because that's crazy to me. I never thought I'd have one.
sir, here we are right now. She's working on it. We're recording this. We're live on YouTube. I'm suggesting to you as an officer of this court that the matter is looking into. You won't be defaulted. You've been in contact with the court now. And if she's unable to get it resolved with the township's prosecutor, the matter will be scheduled. I know you have a work issue, but the court's aware of the situation now. Okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No worries, sir. Anything else this morning?
So when I bring the money order, the 180 on top of the 625, correct?
No, because we can't accept a plea on the traffic ticket because it's issued by the township. And the prosecutor that wanted to amend it doesn't have the authority to act in that matter.
So
I
I'm
do,
just
but I
bringing,
don't see for you, Mr. Tomazic, and I want to make sure that we're good, a phone number for you. Did we talk about this already?
ready for it?
I'm ready.
734-626-9195.
That's the phone number we have. The clerk is on it. Your traffic ticket will either, like I said, you'll get an offer from the people or you'll get a notice on how we're going to proceed, but we're on it. It's not going to go into default status, okay?
Okay, so you'll call me before I have to go up there to the township?
I won't call you, but we have clerks available to handle follow-up with you.
Sounds good.
Anything else, sir?
All good. Got to get back to surveying.
Oh, you have fun with that.
I will.
Take care, sir.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for your time. Take care.
No
Bye.
worries. I see that you're back, Miss Greer, with Mr. Madden.
Can you hold just one moment, Your Honor? Of course, they're calling my case in another courtroom.
Go ahead. I have a few other things I can do in the interim.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. This is 181518 ST S329882SI, State of Michigan versus Toya Janae Alderman. These matters were scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 10:30. It's now 11:11 a.m. by the court's clock. There being no unidentified persons in the court's virtual waiting room, defendant having failed to appear, KPS shall issue. This is 21 WM00572A and B ST, State of Michigan versus Michael Eugene Donahue. These matters were scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 10:30 a.m. It's now 11:11 a.m. by the court's clock. There being no unidentified parties in the court's virtual waiting room, defendant having failed to appear, KPS shall issue. This is 21WM00479 A and B, Tony Ty Armstrong. These matters being scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 10:45 a.m. It now being 11:12 a.m. by the court's clock. There being no unidentified parties in the court's virtual waiting room, KPS shall issue. Wow. How did this happen? This is 20WM00472ST, Erica Rachel Allen. This matter having been scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 8:45 a.m., it now being 11:12 a.m. by the court's clock. There being no unidentified persons in the court's virtual waiting room, KPS shall issue. The last thing that we have is Madden. Ms. Greer is in another courtroom. When she is done, we will resume that matter. We have Escobar with Mr. Haddad scheduled at 11 o'clock. If Ms. Gillis has a witness in that matter, I don't see anyone in our virtual waiting room. We're going to take a brief recess until such time. We'll take a brief recess. I'll be back shortly and we'll resume this morning's docket. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Is Heather on the line?
She is on the line, but she doesn't have audio. What do you need, ma'am?
Judge, on Mr. Madden.
Yes, ma'am.
He indicated that he has another case that's scheduled for April the 19th. And I was wondering if we could possibly pull that up to verify that he does have another matter on that date.
Heather will do that, hopefully, fingers crossed for me, and have an answer by the time I come back.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We're back on the record. Is Miss Greer back?
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, I don't see an answer from Heather.
She just put one in the chat for me. It's a local case, and so it cannot be addressed today. What I would like to do is if maybe we could hold the arraignment and maybe do a pretrial on the date that the other ticket, since we already know what the offer is here on this case.
We cannot, because state matters are only done on certain days, and it's not the April.
Okay.
April 19th date. So we're back on the record in the matter of Ramondo Madden. So I'm sorry, Ms. Greer, ask for the arraignment.
As to the arraignment, Sharon Griffin on behalf of Mr. Madden, as to the arraignment, Your Honor, we would stand mute and waive the reading. At this time, Your Honor, we're asking the court, would the court set a pretrial date for this matter?
What we'll do first is set bond. 3,000 personal.
Thank you.
The pretrial date in this matter will be, I just saw it, 5/26/2021 at 9:45 a.m. And that's back with me. Anything else, Ms. Greer?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Gillis? Anything else, that's Mr. Madden?
Nothing, Your Honor. I pressed the wrong button.
That's okay. We're all set, Mr. Madden. You're all set. You have a wonderful day.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Thank you. We are at our 11 o'clock docket. Marianne, I am looking for the defendant in this matter.
No
This
one
is
in our waiting room.
20D769430SN. This is the state of Michigan versus Alexander Escobar.
Good morning, Your Honor. Isadad on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Escobar. This is a civil infraction, and he's not appearing today. It's my understanding that the complainant has failed to appear. At this time, I'm going to move for a dismissal.
Ms. Gillis?
You're muted.
Okay, yes, I do not have a person here for the formal hearing, Your Honor.
Motion granted. Have a good day, Mr. Dodd.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Gillis. Have a nice day, everybody.
Thank you.
Ms. Gillis?
Yes.
Greer, I'm looking, the next thing I have scheduled is exams at 12:30.
Okay, we're going to go off. We're going to send out.
Thank you, Ms. Greer, for your assistance this morning. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate you as well, and I hope to see you soon.
Yes, ma'am. Bye.